Morning, everybody. This morning I did a walk around the block and I did a video on pain. And pain, unfortunately, is inevitable in our lives. And our ability to deal with that pain as it arrives speaks volumes about us. But on the flip side of that coin, I would say if you know that you've got some level of pain coming up in your life, and sometimes it creeps up in you, sometimes you just don't know that it's going to be there. But if you can preempt that happening, preempt any level of pain happening in your life, it's going to allow you to deal with it better because you've already sort of thought through the process of, if this happens, what's my reaction to that? And so if you know what your reaction to that level of pain is going to be in advance, you can prepare months, years ahead of time, which is fantastic. Now, as an example, when we get old, most people accept, I don't, but most people accept that I'm going to have aches and pains, I'm going to have joint pains, I'm going to have muscular pains, I'm going to be a pain on other people. So pain is extrapolated forward when we think about aging, all right? Now, there's a lot of other pain too, like there's financial pain, emotional pain, physical pain, mental pain. There's the pain of the friggin' government we've got to deal with at the moment in this country. There's a whole myriad of stuff that you're always dealing with on a day-to-day basis. There's separation pain. So for argument's sake, I've moved from one side of the country to the other. I've got this separation pain that I have to deal with being away from part of my family, which is on one side of the country. And luckily for me, I'm blessed that I have part of my family here, so it makes that transition a little bit easier. But everybody's different. Everybody's got a different pain association, different level of pain, and a different way of dealing with it. However, if you can deal with pain in advance, in other words, preempt that something is coming in the future that I'm going to have to deal with, and I'm not going to like it. And trust me, it is 100% you are going to have some level of pain. I don't know what it is, where it's coming from, how it's going to affect you, and how you're going to deal with it. I've got no idea. But 100% guarantee you are going to have pain. It's just a natural occurrence of life. You always do. Whether it's financial pain, physical pain, joint pain, aging pain, whatever it is, the list goes on. And it's different for everybody. It's how you deal with it now, and it's how you deal with it then, right? Now, let me give you an example. If you get joint pain or muscular pain, what we tend to do is go, I need to rest. I need to sit down, I need to lie down, I need to not use that. Or when you hurt yourself, you overcompensate in other areas, which puts stress on areas that it normally wouldn't. So you've got to kind of flip your brain around a little bit and go, why am I getting this pain? Like, where is this coming from? What's caused it? And how do I deal with it? And because I'm not dealing with an exact example here, it's going to be, look at you as an individual and go, right, how am I going to deal with this in the best possible way? Now, sportsmen or sports people have professional, physios and osteos and doctors and medical plans and all that sort of stuff done for them. So they're monitored all the time. Not all of us have that ability and that blessing in life to have that support structure around us. One thing that I'm anti-medical industry. I'm anti-pharmaceutical industry. I don't believe that we need, unless of course you break your arm or fall off a truck or whatever it happens to be, then you're going to need some sort of medical attention. But for the normal aches and pains, it's brought on by you. You're the cause of it. And a lot of it with aging, joint pain and muscular pain in particular, is because you're too sedentary and you've got a poor management of what you eat, what you digest. And it's not only what you ingest, as in what you eat, it's what you listen to, it's what you look at, it's what you speak about. What's your language saying about your life? Are you bringing pain into your life just by what you're putting out there to the universe? I have this direct correlation with the universe. I have gratitude every day. I try not to, I'm not perfect obviously, but I try not to complain, because by complaining, it just brings more problems into your life. It brings more shit in, right? It's this magnet attraction in the universe of if I complain, the universe goes, oh, okay, that's what you want. I'll give you more shit to complain about. But if I'm gratitude, the universe gives me more things to be grateful for. So, as I age, I'm very physically fit. Probably not as much as I could be. I could improve on that. But again, you don't want to overdo it. You want to do enough so that you build skeletal muscle, so that you keep your joints lubricated. You don't want to be like the Tin Man out in the rain getting all rusty. You want to look after yourself so that you preempt, I'm not going to get these issues coming down the track of all these problems. I'm going to deal with it now, right? So it's the preemptive strike that helps you down the track. If you can see that there's a problem coming in your life, like we're all going to go through this at some point. Our parents are going to die. We are going to die and leave our kids, right? That's going to be a pain for our kids. When our parents die, that's going to be some sort of emotional pain for us at some level. Everybody's going to be different, right? You're going to be maybe different from one parent to the other parent, right? So it's going to be a pain. How are you dealing with that now? Are you visiting or seeing or supporting your parents as much as possible now, if that's what you want to do? I'm not saying you have to, but it's just an example, all right? So each of us need to look at our own individual circumstances and go, how am I going to deal with that pain that's coming down there? I can see it coming down the tracks like a freaking train. How am I going to deal with that now so that when it gets here, I'm not blindsided by it? Because by looking ahead at what pain's going to, and some pain you're not going to see coming. It's just going to hit you like a brick. And then you're going to have to deal with it. But at least if you're thinking along those lines. Now, please understand, this is not bringing pain into your life. Pain's going to come either way, whether you like it or not. At what level it comes will be different to in every individual's case. But thinking about pain in advance will allow you the time and the space to work out how you're going to deal with that when it comes. All right, so hope this helped. If you've got a level of pain that you're going through right now that you can't seem to get past, please leave a comment below. We'll see what we can do to help you. If there's any questions you have in relation to this, leave a comment below, like and subscribe to the page, and hopefully this has sparked some sort of thought process in your head to think, I need to change something about what I'm doing, because I can see that if I keep going down this track, I'm going to fall off a cliff at some point because my lifestyle is really not suiting me the way I thought it might. Okay? These are all questions for yourself. You need to ask yourself this. This is not up to me. I'm just trying to put things into your head, plant the seeds so that something grows and you can think about, right, what do I need to do today? It might be lose weight. Who knows? Because if you don't lose weight, you're going to end up with diabetes and heart problems and all sorts of pain down the track. Because if you don't do something now, I can guarantee you, down the track, you are going to be in some sort of level of pain. And once you get mixed up with the medical industry, you're going to be in financial pain as well, because it costs a freaking hell of a lot. And it's not getting any cheaper in this country. Look at America. Look at what they have to pay. Their medical insurance and medical costs are astronomical. Like in Australia, we're probably blessed at the moment, but trust me, it's coming. If they're doing it there, it's coming here. So think about what you can do today to overcome that big speed hump that's coming at you. And you can deal with it better today, knowing that it's coming, and think, right, how can I dodge this? How can I duck and weave and throw a few punches at it before it arrives? Right? I'm probably the last person to be given a boxing analogy, but at the end of the day, whatever it is, it is. So just think about it. Just give it some thought. I'm not saying this is going to invite pain into your life. Some level of pain is going to happen in every single person on this planet. It's going to happen in their life. Whether they think it's going to or not, it absolutely is. So, got any questions, got any comments, leave them below. Like and subscribe to the page, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day. Cheers. Bye.